Howdy y'all, welcome to Nerd Studio. We're out at the pistol range today with the Hangfast target system. Stay tuned. A while back we did another video on the Hangfast target system out at the rifle range, and back then I said I liked it so much I was going to redo the pistol range. So here we are at the pistol range. The sort of our standard out here is a 2/3 silhouette target. It's 3/8 inch AR-500 steel. We've been using a hanging system, or it's an H base, sort of H-shaped base, and I'll get you a closer look at this, with the 2x4 coming up out of it, and a cap on the top with a bolt that goes through it and a spring, and that system's worked really well. With some exceptions. One of the problems is that the 2x4 gets shot quite a bit because the flat side was facing the shooter. It would have been better, and there are some systems out there where the flat side is to the sides. I don't know, you 2x4 experts, talk amongst yourselves. You'd have shot it less, but even then, they don't take that many rounds. It's kind of surprising. Every time we'd have a bunch of friends over to shoot, inevitably we'd take one or two of these things down. Particularly if you want to shoot on the move or you're shooting fast, you're going to hit that 2x4 a lot more than you'd expect. That's the beauty of the Hangfast system. They hang on a T-post, and I'll get you a closer look at how we've got these set up here. So you drive the T-post into the ground. The T-post is very thin. I think you're what, like 1.5 inches wide or something like that. They're inexpensive, $6-7 a pop. I've got a T-post driver. We knock them into the ground. They're more fixed to the ground than our other system, but then again, it's sturdier. The other problem with, well, two more problems actually with the 2x4 system. You never got enough of an angle toward the shooter, at least not as much as I would have liked. We got more spall back than you really should. And with the Hangfast system, we've got plenty of angle toward the shooter. We're getting a lot less spall. You're seeing all of that sort of go to the ground. You see a nice clean line along the ground there. And then when we don't need the steel targets, we've got paper targets up because we're shooting or we're teaching concealed carry, something like that. You can just lift the target right off that T-post, and they're thin enough that they shouldn't take too many impacts. So kind of ideal out at the pistol range. The other cool thing is that you can adjust these targets easily up and down, and we'll show you that here. And you can hang more than one target on a post, which is, if you look over my right shoulder, your left facing me. I don't know, maybe this is, anyway, over there. I've got two targets hung, sort of simulate the chest and a headshot. So first let's shoot these targets a bunch, and then I'll talk about how they hang. So this was our old target system. Basically, there's the H mount to the bottom there, and then you've got your 2x4 that sticks in there, and then this bracket hangs on top of the 2x4. You've got the bolt goes through here, and your target hangs on it. And you know, they worked fine. But you can see we've shot through a bunch of these 2x4s. One of the other problems you've got is that even with treated lumber, these 2x4s over time will swell in these bases. Like that one over there is really hard to get out. And so every time you got to change it, you end up you know, having to get a claw hammer and just go at the thing. It's a pain in the butt. So one of the other things that this system doesn't do well is if you want to adjust the height, you basically, your only option really is to keep different 2x4s around. It's not really easy to do and kind of a pain in the butt. So that's that system. But that's what the Hangfast system, how it has that, the old system beat. Hangfast, basically, you can hang these on any notch on the T-post. So you want it lower, you bring it lower and take your target. You're good to go. So you can see we've got, what, 5 silhouette targets. We set up this one with the round target up top. You can really hang any kind of, any size of target on here. They make a little sort of bracket. Well, it's, we showed it in the other video, but you can pin the back of this down so that if you've got a lighter target and you're hitting it with a heavier pistol round, you don't end up knocking the bracket back and having it fall down the T-post while you're shooting. I'm really jazzed about how well this target system works. We love shooting our steel out here at the studio, but changing them 2x4s out was just a pain in the butt. I've had 2 of these targets up for, I don't know, a few weeks now, and we've probably got 800 to 1,000 rounds on them. They work great. I love that you can adjust the targets up and down, and they're a lot safer than what we were using. You can see here in from behind that the steel is hanging at a really good incline, and you can see along the ground here where the spall is just laying perfectly at the base of the target. We'll probably put some more posts up and just sort of stagger them around the range. I'm not going to put steel on every one of them, but that allows you to sort of reposition things if you want to set up different shooting scenarios, that kind of stuff. You know, we have the ability to do that, and now that, you know, we've got something where we can hang multiple targets on the same stand, it really makes the possibilities, I don't know, so much wider than what we had. So, man, great system, inexpensive. So you're in about, with the bolt and the hanger, somewhere around 25 bucks. I think it's 22 for the bracket, and they charge you, I don't know, $2.50 for the bolt. They have some different options. If you watch the first video, the chain hanger that really provides a distinctive ring. You can hear it here on the round target back behind me. That's hanging on that chain system. I'll get you a close-up of that as well. And it really provides a satisfying, almost bell-like sound when you hit it. Cool stuff. I really appreciate a product that's this well designed, and you know, it's a great value. All right, folks, there you go, the Hangfast target system. Always remember, anyone could shoot and have fun. We'll see you next time.